I'd like to talk to you about the overwhelm trap. Now, the overwhelm trap is when you're literally taking so much on board, so much on board. You're saying yes to everything, constantly looking for disasters or crisis or fires to fight. You're always feeling like if you don't do it, it's not going to be done right. And you're just always on the go, constantly. Your nervous system can't stop. Now, there are lots of reasons why you might find yourself walking blindly into the overwhelm trap. It might be that you define your worth by how busy you are, or feel like at work you are defined by how busy you are. It may be people-pleasing habits. It may be that in the past when you've said no, this has had a backlash or a consequence that you haven't been happy with or you haven't enjoyed. It could be that in the past you've had negative experiences when you left someone else to do it and it all blew up in your face. Now, although it's very easy to try and take everything on board and tell yourself that, you know, everything's fine, everything's dandy, I've got a handle on everything, truth be told, you're not. I'm sorry to break it to you, but you're not operating on your best capabilities when you are constantly watching out for disasters and you're always on the edge, watching for edges. Trust me, I know, I've been there. Now, this impacts everywhere, absolutely everywhere. If you're always on the go, if you're always on guard, if you're always panicking that something's going to go wrong, you're never really present. You're never where you are at the moment, be that in a meeting, be that at home with your family and your loved ones. And your family and loved ones are soon going to realise that you are not their key priority. And when they feel like that, then you'll no longer be theirs. In your career, if you're so busy that you're doing everything, you're taking every task, you're grabbing everything and saying yes, then you can't actually show up in your full capabilities, your full vision and passion will not be able to be enacted because you'll be too busy doing everybody else's shit. Yeah, I swear. You know, if you're constantly doing all of this, then you're constantly going to be gassing out, running on fumes. You're going to be tired, you're going to be irritable, you're going to be snarky, you're going to have no energy for the things that really matter. You're going to end up disconnecting. However, there are some ways that you can break out of this overwhelm trap. First thing, ask yourself, what wood is it that I am chopping that isn't actually mine? We like a woodsy metaphor here. What tasks am I doing that don't actually belong to me? And why am I doing them? Say it out loud, especially if it's your boss who's coming to you with another thing that they think you can do. Here's what I can offer to do. Here's what I can't. This is what I'm already doing. You know, in my pack, I've already got all of these things. Which one do you want to take out? Which one do you want me to drop? Which one do you want me to leave behind? Take a step back. Let others step forwards. Let others have the opportunity to grow, to develop, to improve their skill set. You can still be there as a mentor, as a backup, as a way of a sounding board, if you will, but you don't have to do it all. Let them grow. Let them develop themselves. Every day, ideally in the morning, take yourself outside. Take some breaths. I like to use a 4-4-8. So 4-4-8. 4-4-6. You can do 8. 4 breaths in, as in a breath of 4 count in. Pause it for 4. Just hold it here in your chest. And then exhale for 6. I haven't got 6 fingers. Or 8. I definitely haven't got 8 fingers. And if you do this maybe 5-6 times, that will move your system back out of that busy oh shit state of mind and into a more purposeful, focused approach, which will be far more benefit for you, far more benefit for your workplace, far more benefit for your loved ones. Everyone's better when you're not just reacting, when you're focused, when you're moving with presence. Now, if any of this has resonated, if you've nodded, if you thought, yeah, I do that, then maybe we need to have a conversation. Because what I do is I help people move from this busyness, from this chaos, hitting burnout, where they're constantly exhausted, into a space where they can reclaim their energy, where you can feel balanced, where you can be focused on the things that really matter. So if this is resonating, drop me a message or book a call.